Okay, guys, welcome back. This will be episode number 2 of the Patreon server tutorial series. So, we're covering traps. Well, first thing, for the new traps, you can probably hear them running in the background. First thing you need is a generator bank. These work super slick. Basically, let me turn this off. You're going to pop small engines in. These are ones we got from wrecking cars. And you just pop them in, turn them on, and fuel them up right there. Just about like a mini bike. Not a big deal. And we have maybe an excess of traps, but these guys, we need 2 of them. They're both completely filled with engines. So, without further ado, let's look at the traps. Now, I've shut off all the forges downstairs in the base to kind of keep it quiet so we can get out here and really check these things out. These things will absolutely wreck you. Now, as you can see, I've set this up as Zone 1, Zone 2 with switches. And then we have a spotlight switch. We have a spotlight on all 4 corners. And tonight is a horde night, so one way or the other. Oh no, somebody has destroyed probably a barfing cop. Anyway, this is same old spotlights, but instead of a battery, you have to wire them into your electrical system. And there was another one here, but that's been destroyed. Maybe we'll make a new one. So, to make the traps, let's get into our wonderful skills. So, let's just type in the word trap. So, there are melee traps and ranged traps. As you can see, I have not put any points whatsoever into the melee, or I'm sorry, the ranged traps. It's all in the melee. So you're going to need science level 3, I think, to get the first part, and then 6 to get the second. This is expensive in the points, but you seem to level up pretty reasonably, especially if you're mining. I think if you guys pay attention to the first video in this tips and tricks tutorial series, when I was showing you where to find the resources in the world, I leveled up twice just mining, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's head downstairs, get a little tour of the base. This was a passing gas, and CLDT and I found it in the first rendition, so me and DT happened to spawn in just down the road, so we're like, hey, we know there's a great iron resource right there in the backyard. So we took it over again. This is all concrete here. I know it looks like either the flagstone or the cobble. Might be cobble, it looks like. I've painted it. These are our forges. Really quickly, I'm just going to show you something in the forge. You need to build the crucible to make steel. So no longer the calipers are out. And tool and die, I'm not sure what it does exactly. That's my phone. Just ignore it. But I put them in there. We found 2 of them, so we put them in. We have a chem station. A couple of cement mixers. I just added this other workbench, and so we have 2 of them now. This base basically came about because the gravel caved in on me. This was a huge gravel deposit. So this is the backyard basically. Myself, DT, Joker, CL, all of us, I think, dug this all out, and I went through and decorated it because at the current time the paint seems to not go away as you're painting things. They have a glitch or a bug, so which is weird because the 119 version of this build did use the paint as you paint it. So, pardon me, I need a little sip of water. All right, let's get into the traps. Let's build one. Let's build one of these fan bladed traps. Blah, 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 blah. Boy, I can't talk today. All right, I know I need that, and I need mechanical parts, and I think electrical components, and you have to be able to make steel. And I believe you need a workbench to put them together. Let's find out. Let's try to build one just in my inventory. Yep, see, you do need the workbench. Workbenches, you can no longer pick them up. You can take them apart, but it literally tears them apart. So you need a wrench, a hammer, a claw hammer, and then you are able, the rest of the stuff is fairly common to build the workbench. So while that's crafting, let's look at some of the other stuff you are going to need. You're going to need these wire tools, which I have found probably 20 pairs of them. So not that big of a deal. You're going to need the insulators, and you can either use a pressure plate or a switch. Now pressure plate is cool, but it takes a little ciphering to cipher them out how to do it. Apparently we're going to need to craft a switch. Let's do that. Do that on this workbench. There we go. And the other things we needed to learn to build these is basic electricity. Let's type in ELE, basic electricity. And I bought both tiers, and you will need science at level of 6 to be able to do that. So keep that in mind. Also, as long as we're talking about skills, the sexual Tyrannosaurus is huge if you're going to be meleeing, mining, anything like that. You're going... Ooh, I'm going to up my toolsmithing and my weaponsmithing. I can't do weapon. Okay. Can I buy the next tool? I can't. Alright. Good enough. But you like swing your pick like 3 times, and maybe I'm exaggerating. It's been a minute since I was a low level character, but not very many times in your beat. So keep that in mind, guys. Alright, still crafting, got another second. There we have a switch. Let's get rid of the mining stuff. Stick it out of there. These, a good lot of them we have found as well. I forget where did we find those? Maybe in the working step. Alright. So what I'm going to do is go upstairs and figure out which generator has the most room on it. And what I mean by room, has the most available power not being utilized. I think the best way to do that would be to turn on both zones and the spotlights. We are going to add another one, but I want full draw on the system. And let's look at it. Okay, this front one has the most room. So let me shut that off, and that will tell us, because I know this other one's full. I know I didn't look at it, but yeah, see, it's pretty well maxed, guys. Alright, so that is going to be zone 2 has the... No? Zone 1 has the most reserve of power. So let's go ahead and add our trap down here. Let's start fresh so you guys can get a full feel of it. First thing we are going to do is get out our switch. Sounds like we have friends getting chopped up down there. Nice. Alright. I'm probably going to take this back apart after it's just for showing you guys. Wiring tool. So we know that is zone 1 going there, so let's go ahead and tie into that. And it's just a right click. And we will go there. Beautiful. Now when I turn this back on, that switch will light up if you have power going to it. It is. It's in the off position. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and add an insulator. Now the point of these, what are they called? They're not called insulators. They're called electrical wire relays. The point of them is that you can't go too many blocks without something being there. You can daisy chain things together, like I have clearly done with the fan traps, but you can only go just so many blocks. Yeah! Almost killed myself there. Sounds like we have some baddies. Let's get out the sniper rifle, because I don't feel like playing. Oh, it's a big Bertha. Oh, she dead. There's another one. She dead too. Alright, let's set our fan out here. Just kind of just there. That's beautiful. Now, the best way would be just to hook into this fan and it would come right alive and start working. But I'm showing you guys from scratch, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug into that. Hopefully this isn't too far. If you go too far, your wire in your hand will disappear. Oops, see how it's turned red? Yeah, that's going to be too far. So let's put another one of these guys right here. Like I said, there are just so many blocks you can go. Oh, my guy's thirsty. Oh, that's another thing too. Your guy now, or girl, will be so flipping hungry in early game. I don't know why it seems that the game, the deer and the bears and everything seem to be so hard to find now. Okay, that's all wired, and it should run. Pardon me. Let's go ahead and test it. Sure enough, there it's taken off and run. Beautiful. Alright guys, if you have questions, if I didn't explain something to your satisfaction where you understand it, what's going on, put it in the comment section. I will answer you guys. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and pause the video right now and come back when it's horde night. Hopefully one of the other guys will come in and play with me, but probably not. Probably do horde by myself. So we will see you back right before the horde. Okay guys, welcome back for a really quick minute. I thought I would take a second and show you guys the paint. If you pay attention, I have 1537. Pay attention to the bottom corner. Bottom right hand corner. As you can see, it's not using any paint. So that's a little bug. They need to sort that out. Isn't that cool? I love that you can make any texture like that steel. Too easy. Too easy. Alright guys, I'll see you back in a little while for the horde. Yay. Hey guys, almost horde time. I thought I'd bring you in just a couple minutes early because I've been having some screamers. Yeah, and they've been calling in the little screamer hordes, but it is close enough to horde time. So we're gonna see what in the world. We should see all the new zombies. That fella right there just shot in the tuchus is the biker. He is extremely hard to melee because he's like 7 feet tall. So you're gonna get a lot of body shots on him probably. Oh man, he's flopping too. Hold still, mister. He is really hard to melee against. And he's pretty tough. He has quite a few. Yeah, boy. Robbed me of the kill, didn't he? Oh well. As you can see, we've added the iron bars. I think for our next episode, boy, on tips and tricks, we are going to build a tower like that. I'm going to show you how to do it properly. Alright, let's see who all shows up. Give these fans a workout. And we have Mr. Cop, first thing. Nice. The cops now glow. Don't barf on my spotlight. The SMG and the 9mm, well, they're both 9mm, are greatly improved in this version of the game. Hey, Blue. Where are they all at? Normally they come to me, but it sounds like the fans are extremely busy over here. At the top. Bullet sponge. You can see why we want to mine, there we go. Why we wanted to mine gunpowder, potassium as well as the coal to make gunpowder. Here's some doggies. I would recommend, unless it is a cop, manage your bullets very carefully. That's my guy. Yeah, that's up. It seems to be that the cops are the only zom that is not affected by the saw blades too badly. I think we have another one over here as well. Getting a little bit of server lag. This server is set up in New York City. And Danish, which is in Europe, of course. And Joker, which he's an Aussie. He's in Australia. They're using VPNs to log into the server and play, and having really good success with that. He's gonna blow. Yep. Quite a lot of the time when those guys blow up, holy cow. Holy cow. I've been dying enough, apparently. They're behind that tree. There's another one over here. They're just bullet sponges. They're a little bit OP. Okay, he just took an entire clip of 9mm. Quit barfing on my stuff, bro. Be taking out my traps. Gonna wear this gun out. Let's see if we can. Oh, he blew. Let's see if we can get a. Whoa! Watch your first step. It's a doozy. Oh, there's another one. Zoom in. See if the 7.62 round does a bit better. Definitely slowed him down. Ooh, hit me a little bit. Stop blowing my stuff up, bro. Hold still. Need a headshot on you. Oh boy, there's a couple of them. Move back a little in case they decide to blow themselves up. Oh good, he took out the other one. And knocked out a brick out of somewhere. A block. But you can see those fans are just freaking devastating. Oh, they took out my fan right there. I had a fan sitting on that. Oh, really, dude? Holy cow. Doggone it. There we go. He's hemmed in. I wish you could find bigger clips for the sniper rifle. Hey, there we go. Got a couple of headshots on him, seemed to put him down. Alright, I'm not too worried about the normal sounds, they're just pesky. Plus you can't shoot them hardly anyway, through the gore blocks. Seems to be a thing. She's gonna crawl out in the fan, probably. And it seems like after a horde I need to do a bit of rebuilding on the fans, fixing them up and replacing one or two here and there. Look at them, they're just red. Watch her. Now both of them. It just tears them up. I highly recommend them. Joker said he thought they were a little bit overpowered, but I don't think so. I think if you work hard and build a decent base, you should be able to defend it. Oh, we have a barfer. That's a miss and a miss. Don't be barfing on my fans, bro. Holy cow. That's new behavior. Look at him barf on my fans. Bogus, dude. That's bogus. There's the timer going off. We ain't done till the horde's over, guys. Oh, I know what I have to show you guys. This is the new and improved night vision. It is good. Now, if you look through the scope, it does go away, but no matter. Let's get the machine gun back out. Dude, can you say OP? Our hordes end at 0200. There's another one blowing up. What a mess. I'm gonna have to spend about 3 hours of game time cleaning after this. Nice. They're still coming. Like I said, I don't sweat the regular zombies very much. Watch him. Even though he's tough, they just don't stand a chance. Alright, 15 minutes more game time, and... Oh, what is that? Oh boy, we have a buzzard. Pesky creatures, and very gross. Glad you paid us a visit. The zombie football players run all the time. That's a new thing. And that should be the end of the horde. But I'll get a walking or a wandering horde guaranteed as well. Probably not stay for that. Oop, they took out another fan there, see him? Let's see if we can kite him down here over another fan. Oh yeah. It seems like every morning after a horde, we seem to always get a wandering horde as well. There's a big biker dude. I'm gonna let him him into the fan. Didn't even jump on. I'm not even sure what he was jumping on. He didn't make it. And I will show you guys one more trick, and then we're going to wrap the video. I'm not going to do the entire loot. As soon as I shut this off, we'll get a wandering board. Oh, my guy's hot. Let's put our poncho back on. Alright, I'm going to show you a little trick about searching the zombies. Make sure you have room in your inventory. Go ahead and just get your axe out. And if they go to that state, they have something. That's a good find. We'll go until we get one that doesn't. So if they completely disappear, they had nothing on them. Is what I'm saying. There's a screamer. Yuck. I have so many of those sandwiches. I'd like to have it. Wish a trader would buy them for $1. We'd be bazillionaires. Duct tape. The doggone, the loot hasn't been extraordinary. I can't lie. As you can see, you get about 10 to 1 on the sandwiches. One thing decent. See how he completely disappeared? So this is a most... There, he did it too. Most efficient way to loot them. And we might as well finish. We'll go until my inventory's full. And if you close them up with something in them, they won't despawn for quite a while, so... keep that in mind as well. Now that light is not powered. It's just on. It's a magic light. Ooh, I have to fix that fan. We should probably snipe her out. She's hoping still. We'll just remove her head. There. And I'm finding that they do a silent call sometimes too for their horde calling. So it's a bit weird. It's taken a little bit to get used to all this. And Alpha 16 is amazing. Best. It's the best so far. I know. Ooh, you have to have that. Let's get rid of the rotten flesh. So that's a whole nail gun. Okay, I take it back. We are getting some good loot. So, Alpha 15, I was a bit disappointed with in many ways that I'm not even going to cover on here and talk about. But Alpha 16, all the changes have been amazing. So, if you guys haven't been playing this game, I say get back into it. It is amazing. Super well done. And only going to get better. Some of the changes they're talking about for Alpha 17 are going to be amazing as well. Look at that. We get the whole loot. Okay. These guys are still alive, but I have no arms and legs. That's about as close as we're going to get to a pet zombie, I think. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out and you've learned a few things about the traps and stuff. And I'm going to have a horde now. Get out. So, we'll just put the traps back on and let them do work. There we go. Alright guys, until the next time, and I think our next episode is we will build a tower similar to that. Not identical. We'll do something a little bit different, but They're amazing. If you like to snipe that, oh, we get a ghost. These guys are ghosts, I guess. He didn't make it. Alright. Be safe out there in the real world.